Hi everyone. How improper cargo securing lead to damage not only of the cargo but the cargo transport unit as well. Welcome back to Cargo Damage Detective. Today we are investigating a classical domino effect where cargo went wild inside the container and crushing everything on its path. Let's crack the container. Our client is the liability insurer for the freight forwarder. The container was first loaded on a vessel for ocean transit, transshipped in 2 transshipment ports, and finally delivered at the port of discharge for import. Then the container was loaded onto a trailer for further inland transit to the consignee, about 400 kilometers from the port of discharge. Upon arrival, the consignee opened the doors and found absolute carnage. 2 pieces of wheel loaders and equipment cabins are smashed together. By the way, the cargo was partly dismantled. The cabins were separately stowed inside the container. The consignee stopped unstuffing, reported the damages to forwarder. The forwarder notified the insurer. What happens next? Of course, the surveyor's phone rang. When I arrived on site, the cargo was still inside the container, so I started my job. The first thing I asked, when the damage was first ascertained. The answer was upon receipt. That was a few hours ago. Next question, did the seal number correspond to the number indicated in the bill of lading? The answer was yes. This means zero cross-stuffing. The supplier stuffed and sealed the container and it had not been opened during the transportation, so no one could arrange relashing of the cargo. According to the container's condition, the damage was not forced by an external impact. The end wall of the container was curved outward, so it clearly represents a situation where something pushed the container panel from the inside. For me, it was clear the cargo shifting occurred, but I need to find evidence to prove this. Let's look at the cargo inside. What we see here is quite unusual. The bucket was placed vertically inside the container and lashed. I don't know, it's like a bad joke. Let's say just improper. When I detailedly checked the cargo inside, I discovered that wheel loaders have blocked all 4 wheels with wooden stoppers, but only from the one side, that was the door side. There was absolutely nothing to block on the opposite side. Machine brakes don't give you a guarantee cargo will remain stopped. It cannot be considered as part of the cargo securing. They strapped loader arms with webbings to the upper lashing eyes of the container, which only ensures the arms do not fall down. These lashing arrangements do not hold the cargo against longitudinal accelerations. Without stoppers from both sides, the machine has chance to move in the direction where wood stoppers are absent, in this case toward the end wall of container. Therefore, the original cargo securing remains high risk of cargo damage, potentially resulting from a dynamic acceleration occurring during the sea transit or road transit, and especially as a result of container handling operations like loading and discharge by shore cranes. We identified that all units inside the containers have signs of collision. We also ascertained trace of shifting on the container floor. The bucket stowed near container doors shifted and collided with the loader. It then slid, smashing into the cabins, and in turn, the cabins collided with the loader near the container's end wall, resulting in container damage. This explains why container end wall was curved out. So this is a domino effect that started from the unit near the container door and ended at the end wall of the container. The consignee wants payout, the insurer wants liable party. Let's look at the law. Under international maritime standards, specifically the CTU code, Article 422 say the consignor is responsible for ensuring that goods in packages and unit loads are adequately secured to prevent damage during transport. Article 423, packet is responsible ensuring that the cargo is sufficiently secured in the cargo transport unit. Both of them are out of the carrier's responsibility. Therefore, the cargo must be mobilized to withstand brutal acceleration forces during sea and road transit. You cannot immobilize the cargo blocking a wheel in only one direction, and the loader's brakes say nothing to me about cargo securing. Furthermore, you can find these principles in the main contract of the carriers, the bills of lading. They often mention that carrier is not liable for the damage caused by the manner in which the container was packed. The carrier's job to move the container, the shipper's job to secure the cargo inside it. Because the supplier fundamentally failed to secure the cargo against longitudinal shifting, the freight chain participants are completely exonerated. Surveyor's job is done here. The insurance company knows a reason of the damage and can determine whether the claim is payable or should be denied according to the policy terms. I'm your cargo damage detective, and see you on the next inspection.